We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. This is your Week 6, 2024 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the home team, the Denver Broncos. They're coming off a great win last week against a division rival. Anytime you beat a team in your division, it's a great win. But not only did they beat the Las Vegas Raiders, they forced them to make a quarterback change. They will win this game 34-18. The defense with the Denver Broncos has been one of the best defenses in the NFL this season. And the same with the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be a defensive heavy game. But they still have some talented quarterbacks in this game. When I look at the Denver Broncos, they have to run the football and keep guys like Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack away from Bo Nix. Bo Nix has played very well in the last 3 games. I understand against the New York Jets, he only had 60 passing yards, but he did enough on the offensive end for them to go out there and win that game. And against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he looked like a superstar. Yes, the Buccaneers are dealing with injuries, but the same with the Denver Broncos. And you look at what Bo Nix has been able to do. Take care of the football in the last couple of games. Yes, get Cortland Sutton involved, but do not force him the football. Javonte Williams had 61 rushing yards last week. He averaged 5 yards a carry. But Javonte Williams also had 50 receiving yards as well. He led the team in rushing and he led them in receiving yards as well. Continue to do that. Do the short passes and work in the intermediate routes of the field to try to take advantage of this defense of the Chargers. Now, the one thing with the Los Angeles Chargers, they're good on every front. They're good at getting to the passer. They're good at stopping the run, and they're good at covering wide receivers in space as well. So you want to go out there and make sure that you don't turn the football over and give Justin Herbert too many chances. You really want to try to dink and dunk your way down the field, and that's what Sean Payton has been able to do so far this season. The Denver Broncos do have some sneaky weapons besides Cortland Sutton. We saw what Lil Jordan Humphrey was able to do last week. He had 2 catches for 48 yards. 1 catch went for 27 yards. And Troy Franklin, who is a former college teammate with Bo Nix, he had 1 catch for 20 yards. Be on the lookout for him to go out there and try to build on that momentum from last week as well. But the Denver Broncos, they're going to really want to go out there and play this game through their defense and through their run game. Not to say that Bo Nix can't make special throws, because he can. But the Denver Broncos are at their best when they can play elite defense with Vance Joseph. And let's give Vance Joseph a lot of credit. When you look at this defense, they have played very well since week 1. They have been one of the most consistent defenses in the NFL with key pieces like Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain has been one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL over the last few years, but this may be his best season yet. Last week, he had a pick 6. Not only was he the only player to go out there and rack up interceptions, they also forced Aiden O'Connell to go out there and throw an interception as well. So the defense had 3 interceptions last week, and that pick 6 definitely helped matters because they put points on the board. Zach Allen has 3 sacks on the season. Nick Bonino has 3 sacks on the season as well. The Chargers, their 2 top tackles, and Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, they're questionable to play in this game. But even if they are able to go out there and play in this game, you still want to put pressure on Justin Herbert and take away Quentin Johnston. Right now, the Chargers want to go out there and run the football as much as possible. Stop the run game and force those wide receivers to beat you over the top. Everyone knows that Justin Herbert can go out there and he can sling the football all over the place. But what good is that if the wide receivers can't beat press coverage? And I'm not saying go out there and put Patrick Surtain solely on Quentin Johnston. They also have Ladd McConkey as well. Be on lookout for him. But the first key to victory for the Denver Broncos in this game on the defensive side is to stop the run and control the line of scrimmage. And the Denver Broncos can do a very good job of stopping the run game, but you have to go out there and control the line of scrimmage and put a lot of pressure on Justin Herbert and play press coverage on the wide receivers of the Los Angeles Chargers. Force them to beat you over the top. I'm also looking at P.J. Locke as well and Jaquan McMillan in this game to have a huge impact. But when I look at the offense as a whole, it's going to come down to the offensive line. Can they continue to play well? The first 2 games of the regular season, Bo Nix was a leading rusher. Since then, they've been able to run the football more, and they've been able to take better care of Bo Nix. So that's what they have to do in this game against the Chargers, because if you cannot do that, it's going to be tough sledding for the Denver Broncos in this game moving forward. But I expect for the Denver Broncos to keep this game close. When you look at the Los Angeles Chargers, it's been an up and down season. The defense has been one of the best defenses in the NFL, right there with the Denver Broncos. But you look at the Chargers' philosophy on the offensive end, run the football as much as possible. Justin Herbert right now is having a career low in yards per game in terms of passing. But we all know that Justin Herbert is still one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. They're coming off a much-needed bye week. The last time that we saw the Los Angeles Chargers play was a couple weeks ago when they lost against the Kansas City Chiefs. Their two top tackles were out. Joey Bosa missed that game. And also, Justin Herbert was dealing with an ankle injury. Right now, Justin Herbert is healthier. They're expected for him to go out there and look like how he looked before he hurt his ankle against the Carolina Panthers. And before he hurt his ankle, he looked very good. Even when he was gimpy on the ankle, he still made some elite level throws to guys like Quentin Johnston and to Ladd McConkey as well. They have to find a way to beat the Denver Broncos with their wide receivers. I'm not saying go out there and force Justin Herbert to throw the football 30 times in this game. That's not going to be the winning formula. Even if they had weapons that could go out there and consistently beat this Broncos defense, you have to take care of the football. The one thing with the Broncos, and no disrespect to Bo Nix, because I do believe that he's a talented rookie quarterback, they play through their defense. You want to go out there and work off a play action. Stick with the run game even if it's not working. Justin Herbert has 5 passing touchdowns to 1 interception as I record this video. When I look at J.K. Dobbins, he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. 342 rushing yards on the season, 2 rushing touchdowns. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. You also have Gus Edwards as well. We know that the run game is going to get going, even if Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt cannot play in this game. The last time that we saw those 2 top tackles play, they were going against the Steelers, and they had a good lead in that game before both of those guys had to exit. They're going to need Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt to be 100% healthy. The last time we saw Joe Alt be 100% healthy, he looked like one of the best tackles in the NFL. You want to keep that pressure off of Justin Herbert, work into a play-action setting, and get him into a situation to where he can roll from left to right, working off of play-action bootlegs. That's also another thing that they have been able to do when Justin Herbert was dealing with that ankle injury. We saw him just primarily stay stuck in the pocket because of the ankle injury that he suffered against the Carolina Panthers. But they have to find a way to run the football. It's going to be tough because the Denver Broncos defense is tough as a whole, and their front seven and their secondary. But the one thing about Greg Roman, he's going to run the football no matter what, and he's going to be patient with the run game. And the thing is with J.K. Dobbins, he has electric speed coming out of the backfield. When I look at the wide receivers, can Quentin Johnston and Ladd McConkey do enough against this tough secondary of the Denver Broncos? Because they have more than just Patrick Surtain. They have more than just P.J. Locke. They have guys they can rotate in and out in that secondary that can give you a lot of problems. So pay attention to that as well. When I look at the defense for the Chargers, they're going to need Joey Bosa to play in this game. Right now, he is questionable. He had 2 sacks and 1 forced fumble before he was dealing with the injuries. But you look at him and Khalil Mack. Both of those guys can put a lot of pressure on a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. And we saw what happened the first 2 games of the regular season. When you take the run game away and you play that press man coverage, Courtland Sutton is a huge weapon. He's a red zone target. But it buys you enough time to go back there and cause a distraction. If the offensive line cannot step up with Bo Nix, that's going to have the Chargers to go out there and put them into a situation to where they can play a lot of press man coverage. And we've seen Jesse do this in the past. And I'm talking about the defensive coordinator with the Chargers. He did it against the Steelers with Justin Fields. Yes, they lost that game, but they played very good defense in the first half before they were dealing with those injuries. And we saw what they were able to do against Patrick Mahomes as well. Yes, they had a huge play that went deep down the field to Xavier Worthy. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. The Denver Broncos do not have elite weapons like a Xavier Worthy that can get behind you. Troy Franklin does have speed, but you also look at it from this standpoint. Christian Fulton has been electric since he's joined this team. He's their true number 1 corner. And Asante Samuel Jr. has struggled, but he showed a lot of good as well so far with the Chargers. Derwin James was suspended the last time when they went against the Kansas City Chiefs. He is now available to play. He is a Swiss Army knife to have in that secondary. So you want to go out there and you want to make sure that no one gets behind you and put a lot of pressure on Bo Nix and stop the run game. Both of these teams have similar philosophies, make the quarterback's life easy. But the thing is this, Justin Herbert, when he's 100% healthy, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Bo Nix is a very talented quarterback, but I still do not believe in the weapons that the Broncos have around him besides Javonte Williams and Courtland Sutton. And the same with Justin Herbert. I like Quentin Johnston. Right now, he's not a true number one wide receiver. He has shown a lot of good and a lot of improvement off of what happened last season when he was a rookie. And Lad McConkey, he can be a special rookie moving forward, but he's still figuring things out in the NFL. This is going to be a tough defensive matchup. These are two very good coaching staffs. The Denver Broncos have Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator, Sean Payton, head coach. You look at the Chargers. They have Coach Harbaugh, Greg Roman, offensive coordinator, and they have Coach Jesse, defensive coordinator. With that being said, I do have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this game, 23-17. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game, the Denver Broncos or the Los Angeles Chargers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. God bless. Peace.